Let's see, we want you to have the bat, right? Yeah, bat. And we'll put the ice pick. And when they say ice pick, I think what they're talking about is like an ice climbing axe. But, okay. So let's talk a bit about stats and how Guardians kind of mess with that. Alright, so if you look at my stats there, you can see that I have blue stats and black. I have red stats, blue stats, black stats. So, just to very quickly run you through what each one of the stats does. Strength raises your sword attack power, your sword hit rate, and your max hit points. Intellect raises your magic effect and your evasion. It has a very, very minor, it raises your magic power 1 point every 8 intellect. So, but it has a secondary effect of it makes it to where you can talk to certain demons. I know that there was I saw a lot of threads and stuff on people talking about, like intellect doesn't have anything to do with conversing with demons in SMT2. And I know people said it in SMT1. I never noticed it really in 1, and I don't know if it was because I kept throwing points into my intellect as stuff went along, or but in SMT2 and this game, I have noticed demons that will not talk to you unless your intellect reaches a certain threshold. For example, right off the bat, Pixie won't talk to you unless you have 5 int. She outright tells you, come back when you're smarter. So it does actually affect your demon recruitment. Magic raises your magic power and your max magic points. In this game, supposedly it also kind of affects some kind of magic defense stat. I don't know if the magic defense stat is your if they just use your magic power as the magic defense stat or what. I don't know. But basically, magic gives you more magic, makes your attack spells hit harder, and supposedly lowers the damage on your magic. Magic effect, by the way, from int is got to do with how effective your status inflicting magic is, like charm or poison or happy or all the other little status effects in this game. The higher your magic effect, the more effective they are. Let's see, stamina raises your defense and your max hit points. That's it. Speed raises your evasion and your hit percentage. I think it raises your hit. I'm pretty sure it raises your hit percentage on both of your weapons, your sword and your gun. And it affects your turn order, and it affects your chance to run away from battle. Basically, the higher your speed, the easier it is for you to run away. That's one of the reasons why in SMT 1 and 2 I was able to run away so much, because I like to pump my speed. One thing about the turn order that I actually had somebody ask me a question about in the previous LPs, there's, from what I can tell, no variance in it. So if you have 3 characters with 7, 8, 9, 10, or 4 characters with 7, 8, 9, 10 speed, respectively, they will go and the whoever has the highest, and then work your way down. Luck has a minor effect on your accuracy and evasion. Like, you get 1 point of each per 4 points of luck. It also has an effect on your first strike chance. It has an effect on your ability to run away from battles. And supposedly it has an effect on your drop rate. Like, the higher your luck, the more items will drop for you. That's not really something I can test for, but it is something that I believe happens due to the fact that I have noticed that as you go along further into these games and as your luck goes up, your drop rate does in fact increase. So, like, I'm personally fairly certain that that is the case. Alright, so Guardians. Let's talk a bit about Guardians now. So you look at my stats area. I have blue stats and black stats. Those are from the Guardians. So just like Persona 1, Guardians actually affect your stats. Basically, if the Guardian has more in a stat than you do, you get a bonus. If you have more than the Guardian, you get a negative. There are various formulas for each one of those, but basically the gist of it is the basic formula for you having less is you get 50% of the difference. So I have 3 magic, he has 10 magic, so that is a difference of 7. They half that, that's 3.5. You always round down, so I get 3 bonus points. Really easy math. If you have more than your Guardian, it's not quite that simple. The formula is in your favor, so basically you take the difference. So I have 8 luck, he has 5 luck. You take the difference, so that's 3, and you divide it by 3, so that's 1. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. That formula is actually slightly in the player's favor compared to the other one, meaning that as long as you are within 2 points of your Guardian, you will not have any negatives. So that's actually really important to remember as you're planning your stat ups to avoid negatives as you level up. Tamaki has special rules for her strength and speed. If you are a power main character or a speed main character, you actually get 100% of the difference instead of 50% of the difference for those respective stats. So if you're a power main character, you get 100% of the difference between your strength and your Guardians. So if you've got I think the strength main character starts with 6 strength. So if you've got 6 strength and your Guardian has 32 strength, you will get all the points of the difference, basically making your strength 32, meaning it actually behooves you not to put any points into your strength over the course of the game. Same thing happens for the speed stat for the fast main character. The luck main character actually has bonuses, but they're not quite as powerful. Sort of. She gets 75% of the difference on both her strength and speed. So it's a little more of a spread out. Benefit, but still really good. So we've done that. We've died. We've got our Guardians. We want to go back down to the first floor now. And we want to go fight that demon again. You want to get your Guardians as soon as you get control. You do not want to gain any levels, because basically any extra stat points, you're basically screwing yourself out of bonus stats, or maybe causing yourself to have a negative. So you want to die, hopefully, to this first enemy. Like I said, put Reiko up front, and hopefully she'll die first. But now we have actually got weapons and magic, so... And we've got our armor on, so he's not going to be too much of a threat. My chair is extra squeaky today. I do apologize. I really need to get a new one. But right off the bat, we get our level up. And we want to... let's see... I want to put it in stamina. No. Intellect. I'm going to put the first point in intellect. So I can recruit Pixie and the like. And let's see. You. I really like to keep Reiko kind of in line, more or less. Let's see. We want to do... Let's do stamina with you. So I didn't mention it earlier, but on my way out of the room with Yumi, I picked up a floppy disk. That floppy disk is something we're going to hand to this guy. It's going to become important later. But it's an optional thing. You don't have to pick it up if you don't want to. We don't want to save our progress. Yes. Alright, so... we want to do... Oh, something I didn't talk about. The way you get new guardians is you die. Simple, right? However, like, how do they determine what guardian you get? Well, it's not always a strict, like one-to-one rank up. There are, 16 guardians on Reiko's list, and there's 16 guardians on all the lists. And the way getting a new one works is as you accumulate experience points, you get some of... I don't know like what the guardian points are. I think it's just the experience points that you're getting, because I have noticed that as you get more experience points, the bar goes up faster. But as the bar fills up, it'll be yellow at first. And if you die when the bar is yellow, it's actually currently yellow now. You can't really see it, but there's a little yellow sliver down there. But as the bar, while the bar is yellow, if you die, your guardian ranks down. And if you die when it turns red, it ranks up. And the fuller it gets, the more likely you are to rank up multiple levels. I'm not 100% sure like how this like experience system works. One of the things I've noticed is that there does seem to be an Exp curve involved into it. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. Because there's no visible numbers. But for example, if I were to fill both of the characters' bars up there, Tamaki would probably rank up 4 ranks, while Reiko would rank up 3. That's what I've noticed. So like I said, I'm not really sure where that stands, honestly. Like I said, there's some kind of curve. The main character cannot use magic, but Reiko can. As you saw, her Agi spell that I used there, basically her spells are just whatever spells the Guardian knows. Your partner character will learn all of their spells if you have spells already learned and you don't have any empty spaces, it will overwrite randomly the spells that she already knows. You also cannot learn any special abilities for the Guardian. Like if your Guardian knows Bind Voice, you can't learn Bind Voice. Alright. So, what are we doing now? I forget. We gotta go get a computer. That's right. I got to talking and I got distracted, and now I was like, oh, and I don't remember what we gotta do next. But never fear, I remember now. So go in here and talk to this guy. Oh, excuse me. So this right here is the second reference to SMT1 that we've gotten in a few minutes. The first one was, of course, the boy in the computer lab mentioned Steven. And he is, of course, mentioning the protagonist of the first game. I do find it funny that he actually can't... Like, he made this thing and doesn't know how it works. Like, how does that even... That's not even possible. So, now we have our terminal. We can speak to, summon demons, and we have an auto map feature. Yay! I don't know, it seems kind of petty to pull your school in, especially, like, if you're being bullied, like, yeah, okay, and you gain ultimate power, kill the bully. Fine, whatever. Just leave all these other kids out of it. What did they do? Like, you hate them because they didn't stop it? Did they know the bullying was going on? I don't know, that's probably not fair. I've known some bullied people, and it's a very, very strange state of mind. Honestly. But anyway, we have, I think this is Raiho? I think is his official name. I think it's Raiho, and then Riho is the Jack Frost dressed in the female uniform. But yeah, we'll take Kid Hiho with us. And Kid Hiho is a very powerful demon for what we have right now. As you can see, he has 80 hit points. And he knows Bufala. He knows Dia. Knowing Dia is actually the... well, I'm not going to say that because to summon this guy is very expensive right now. So, just like the previous games, to summon a monster costs money. To keep the monster out costs mag. So, yeah. Basically, we're going to pull them out for boss battles, and that's it. If you try to go upstairs into their floor... you cannot proceed. There's a dimensional rift. Okay, so... now, if we listen to what the Demon Emperor told us, we are to get the Ring of something. Is it the Ring of Humility? I think it's the Ring of Humility. In the gym. Now, this room right here is what I told you. Do not come up. This one tile I am standing on, this singular tile, is the only tile in this entire frickin' school that will spawn enemies. You can be in the rest of this hall all day long, and they will not spawn. But they will spawn here. And you can actually... we actually want to escape here.